Welcome back to the next episode. We found the microphone. I had it on me all the time the other day. It was in the bag in a pocket I didn't see. But we're back. Let's see what we get done in this next episode. Not sure what future Matthew is going to get done, but we've got the headline and we really need to finish up because that's stopping all the windows going back in, although I need to tint them first before they go back in. We need to put the cat on because we've missed it. My tape's not working. We've missed the. Forgot to put the cat on, didn't we? We need that to be road legal. So yeah, we've got the different link pipes for that, and we'll dig out the old cat, get that fitted. I've got a new spinning oil center cap to try in a minute. We'll try that again. Sound deadening needs to be ripped out. New sound deadening puts back in. I don't think we're going to get through to detailing the engine bay in this episode. It'd be nice if we could get dash in and stuff like that. Just lots of little jobs. Door adjustment. We need to change the door handles over. We've got the black ones, so that's something else we do this afternoon. I've got about 2-3 hours this afternoon before we add more time on later. Electric roof has stopped working. Don't know why. Actually, hopefully just a fuse. Yeah. I've got a big list of things on the computer. So, yeah, let's just see if this wheel center works. Let me just go get it. Here it is. A bit hard to do one-handed, but you see. So, because I had the design sort of already for the center cap, it seemed to work, so we modified that. We've got I had a load of skateboard bearings that I ordered for a different project when I was doing ages ago. So that's that. We've got some metal weights in there at the moment. That's doing that, but we makes it flip flap flop. I'll put a link in the description to the download or the sales site if you want to buy the model files on that. Whether I sell them or not, I don't know. Need to see if they work first. I did pick up some weights that they use on golf clubs and things, I think. So hopefully they're bendable. So hopefully they stick in there inside. But let's see it on the wheel first. Well, that took half hour longer than it should have done. Yeah, had to grease up some of the things. Sort of forgot how I put it back together. Had to take the door catches off inside to give me enough space to move the lock out of the way so you could then get to the screw. But yeah, lock's on. Obviously, there's a now bit of chrome there, which I didn't want to paint because I didn't know I was swapping the locks over, and I expect I did or whatever. But I might just... I did paint the rear one because obviously I just knew I was going to keep the same lock, I think. Also, I've got 2 keys. But anyway, I might just put a bit of round vinyl on that at the end, just to, if it really bothers me. I've still got the chrome strips along here to sort out as well, which I didn't paint, that hold the window seals. But we'll worry about that again when we get to putting them on again. I can just put a bit of a vinyl on those. Great. One job. Looking good. Okay, that side done. Did I already mention I might put a bit of vinyl over the key? But anyway, if I have, sorry, what do you think? And we've done this side as well. So, yeah, not looking too bad at all. It will do. That'll do. In the meantime, I wired up the rear lights. I had the wire trapped underneath the fuel tank, so that was a bit silly, didn't record any of that. Just asking Nathan which way the fuel cap goes, which again, by the time you see this. Anyway, what I am going to do is waste half an hour, or the end of the time now, trying to get this working. It's got a rusty old brack on it. It's about 15, 20 quid new, but hey, we're getting a bit scrimped now on everything. We've fitted the seat swab the other day, yesterday, this morning, the thing, so I'll bring those back at some point. I'll give them a clean. So yeah, I need to grind those nuts off because they're just spinning. Need to make a new bracket. Yeah, why not, eh? Got thinking. I started cleaning this up. I will use it. I can use it if I need to. But I'm just thinking, I have lunch breaks. I have a 3D printer. We'll print ourselves a clip. But I could try and print a new housing. Absolutely no reason why. But apart from Project Binky style, why not, you know? Print a very low housing. I can get this up near the bumper, tuck it up a bit more, and make it, make the housing the bracket as well. I did order a weird Formula 1 type fog light. It's got some LEDs in it. Maybe we can reuse what's inside that. So yeah, I think maybe a little side project and a little side video at some point on me trying to make a fog light for absolutely no reason apart from because we can. And worst case, we have to just throw 15 quid at the end. This can go right at the last minute. Pete loves me missing a fog light on the MOTs. For some reason I always forget to put them on and then I have to go put them on. Anyway, let's see what time we've got. We've got to get the camper van in and move things around outside. So let's go do that and then figure out if we've got any more time to do anything now. Okay, we're back down here. Let's see how much we can get of this video done in this thing. We've got about 4 hours before I have to bugger off. Our completely over-engineered, over-designed, whatever, rear fog light is ready to mount. So we're going to do that first thing because that's what I want to do. I've done a little separate video on how it's made and stuff like that, so I'll release that at some point. And then we go on with the headlining, which we really need to crack on with, and I really want to get it to the point where it's ready to be carpeted next time we come down. Although it's very warm today, so I'm going to do a bit of fibreglass on it, I think, to help. I'll show you in a minute about what I'm trying to think about doing with it. And yeah, week to the deadline, we're not making it, because that's me being positive there. I've got to go away for work for a few days as well, and yeah. Anyway, IMM is a big target, so we can't miss that, can we? We've got to get it to the IMM. So yeah, let's crack on, put a couple of Riv-nuts in the rear valance, and find some nuts and bolts. Or just some bolts. Yeah, bolts. Okay, that's fitted. I think I could do some more improvements. Maybe I did have a look for a bit of rubber to make a gasket to go behind the whole lot, but we can easily add that again if we have to. Anyway, all plugged in and wired in. I think you've got to have, my battery's a bit flat. Bear with, let's get the charger on it. Okay, let's try again. Charger's on. Main headlights on. The world's brightest fog light on. That'll do, won't it? Yeah, we've got a slight issue with a very flat battery for some reason. Even though Anyway, so I think it'll get all a little bit brighter once the yeah, excellent. Move on, back on the job, done, back of the back, done. I've recorded this bit of the video 3 times now, so 4th time's a charm. We're going to do the headlining, hopefully, if we can get this video correctly recorded. So, I was hoping to use a BMW Mini headliner completely, trim around the right shape of it, so it then pops up into the lip of where the old Mini headlining used to go. That sort of worked around the sort of edges. I could get away with it, but when you get to the corners and some of the front here, it wasn't the right shape. It was trying to come down more when it needs to go up, and so it just wasn't working. You push your stuff, it sort of breaks like corrugated cardboard. It breaks and then just loses all its whatever strength it did have. So what I decided to do was trim a good 2-3 inches away. Haven't done all the way around yet, but that's the idea, go all the way around. I managed to find a few Stella-boxes laying around. I don't know where they came from. And so basically I'm going to adhesive some Stella strips of cardboard that go over the lip nicely, go all the way around, even maybe make some 3D type cardboard there to go around that where the motor is. Then hopefully pop the whole lot out nicely without moving too much. We're going to then add fiberglass to the top of all this, maybe keep this cardboard if it just stays there. I expect it would do. And then we'll recarpet the whole lot. I don't know if I'd need a bit of filler on that. I hardly don't think I do. I don't think you'd notice it on the carpet. But anyway, we'll see how strong that is, but we've got to get that far. And maybe just trim a little millimetre off before we then pop it back in, because yeah, it's gonna be tight. And in that third video, I had the microphone taped to me, but I didn't have the dongle in. So sorry about the sound on that, but I'm not going to record it again for the 5th time. And yes, that is sweat, a sweat of hard work, Madison. Okay, 2 hours later, what have we accomplished? Well, I've used a lot of Stella boxes, and yeah, as I said, the front, there's all the motor there and everything, so I've had to sort of mould it a bit there, but I think hopefully the mirror and things like that will hide that. I'd like to keep the clock just for the fun of it, even though I don't have the wiring for it, which I need to sort. Didn't have the wiring for the rear light, but I've taken it out of Lemmy's, but maybe that's got the front light, the switch as well for that. So yeah, all the way around. Put a bit more masking tape on it this side, because that sort of seems to help it hold together a little bit, as well as the Evo, glue and stuff. So we've got to try and get it out, get it turned upside down, and get some fiberglass on it. Okay, this is my master plan. Basically, I'm going to just do one layer of fiberglass to start with. I want to try and keep it as thinnish as possible, but also so I've got a bit of flex. I don't need it super strong, it's not taking weight. The frame, and then there's some clips at the front that hold the actual most of it out. I still want a bit of flex in there so I can get it in. But I can always sand it down and put another layer on if I think it's not strong enough. So yeah, let's see if I can find some resin. It's not the best matching. I could have gone with some cloth maybe and stuff like that. Slightly different thing, but that's all I've got. So we're all having. I cut a little bit of spare up, so in this heat it's going to go off quick. So not too much hardener, I don't think. Yeah, let's come back tomorrow and see what the hell we've made. Happy Father's Day, everybody. Yes, it's Father's Day. Thanks to my 2 daughters, daughter number 2, daughter number 1 that we're building the car for, daughter number 2 that does the editing. Thank you very much. Sorry the sound's gone again. After rushing out on Father's Day morning, I've left my proper camera phone and microphone at home, and I'm not going to waste time going back. We're just going to have to use this other phone, and it is what it is. Hopefully it's not too bad. So a bit quieter down here today because obviously, yeah, hopefully everyone's having a Father's Day. And this is where I want to be at the moment. I know we'll go pop home later. We're not having the whole day here. We've got some TV to watch and things like that. One thing I did the other day was bolt the steering column back in. We still need to put the pinch bolt in, so please remind me in the next episode if I haven't done that. We do also have, wherever it's gone, we have the clock and the interior light to wire up, and I stole them from Lemmy, so I don't know where they've gone, but we'll go get that in a minute. Let's go see how this is looking. It's dry enough, that's for sure. So the activator worked all right, so I'll try not to put too much activator in it because I was worried about the heat and everything, that I end up with a massive pot. What I am slightly worried about is, well, I should have maybe put on a jig or something because, yeah, it might get a little bit wavy along the sides here, but we'll have to figure that out. Okay, we've turned it over. I pulled off the old carpet. Fingers crossed I haven't even opened up the box, a new box with the carpet in it yet. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, it seems like the cardboard has stuck quite nicely to the fiberglass. Where it hasn't stuck is where we've overlapped the cardboard. So I may trim that off with a knife, but leave the excess that's sort of, as you can see over there, it's you know, the fiberglass hasn't got there. So we'll trim that off, take all the masking tape off, I think, and then what we'll do, we'll go skim with a filler over some of where the cardboard meets the old headlining, just to smoothen out slightly. I'm not going to go berserk. And then, yeah, and we'll also get a disc cutter and go round the edge, following the path and cutting off all the fiberglass that's not needed. We may just go like a mil smaller. Yeah, because then once we wrap the carpet around, hopefully that'll work. And I've also just ordered something off AliExpress, so I may not fit this headlining as well yet. It may wait, but we've got things to do. We've got plenty of other things to do. Okay, while that abomination is going off, yeah, a mixture of fiberglass filler, normal filler. Yeah, the four-way stretch carpet will hide it. We can get on with some wiring because we can't fit this back, well, once it's carpeted, but we can't fit it back until we've sorted the inside out and the wiring and the gutters. Well, we've just popped into Lemmy and his clock's disappeared anyway, but the main thing is I think that's the correct wiring, so we'll just snip that off there. No point trying to trace it back too much further, I don't think. Not quite sure what that is, but we'll... I don't know what that is. Anyway, I don't know if anyone doesn't know what Lemmy is, but he's a BMW Mini with an Audi V6 twin turbo in it. A little thing that we've never finished, as always. But anyway, check out my older videos if you want to go see that. Let's have a quick Google and see what this is. We don't need it, do we? Happy Father's Day, everyone. Thanks to a friendly neighbour who had extra burgers left over from some sort of do. Went around there and stole a load of burgers last night. Well, he was giving them away, so put some in the freezer. Yeah, having fun with the BMW interior light. And ChatGPT trying to help me. Not sure if he was helping me or not. And we've been filling and sanding the headlining, which we're going to have to carpet in a minute anyway, so we'll eat our lunch, then do a bit of carpeting and see how it goes. I'm fed up with it now. Okay, I didn't video much of this. It's okay. It's worst case, it's a template. We can maybe pull it off one day, make a mould of it, sell them. Everybody wants one. But it's going to look a hell of a lot better covered in black carpet. So I was trying to think how to do it. I was going to lay some carpet on the ground, then put this on top, but then you have to turn it over anyway to then sort of fettle it. I'm going to then basically, I think what I'll do is I'll cut a bit of stretch carpet and then start at the front, glue that and move backwards like I did the headline in our car, but we'll make sure we overhang it. That's the idea. Yeah, I'm not brilliant at that. I had to do a little cut up here, which I wasn't happy about, but it's where the clock and the windmill go, so I think if I'd started off on here and then spread out, that would be better sometimes. I don't do this enough to get any good at it. If it is what it is, you can sort of see a little bit of marks where I'm not perfectly smooth. I think once I've got the lights and the frames in there, it's darker than me anyway. I've got one more thing I may still do to this before it goes in, but I'll have a think about that. But basically, this is going in and not coming back out again, so so I'm hoping it will fit. It will fit one way or another, that's for sure. I'm going to wrap this video up, I think. I think it'll be long enough, Mouse, and you let me know. Finally got interior worked out, the wiring, bulbs dodgy, honest. There you go, look. Weirdly, on these later MPI minis, the feed that comes up to the light goes to 12 volts, or it sort of goes to floating. And so when you close the door, it goes to ground. But obviously, if the old school minis know that it used to be just an earth coming up and, you know, it's a switched earth. But I think there's some sort of relay control box in the MPIs that's connected to the immobiliser and courtesy lights and things like that, I think. So when you can blip the thing, the door, whatever, the alarm, maybe the interior light comes on. So, which the mini one works the opposite way around. It has a switch power. It controls a switch power coming to the interior light, not a floating. Anyway, what I've ended up doing, I think, and I've got away with it, is wiring it up in reverse. So basically where the ground wire from the BMW mini lights should have gone to ground, I've fed that to positive. So I'm basically running all the bulbs backwards, but that allows me then to do what I do. And then you still have the reading map lights as well. So I need to wire that properly, put some plugs on that, do that next time. And then, yeah, we've got to start cracking on with a list of jobs. We've got the carpeting to do, sound deadening to do, all the windows back in. I've started to do some tin windows. I've been a bit of practicing, doing the shrinking and stuff on the rear window. That'll be a separate side video, I think, at some point. And yeah, like, subscribe, follow me for my next projects. This is a mammoth project that's been going on in secret, so the daughter doesn't know. We've missed one deadline, missed another one, I expect, who knows. Wife's wondering why it's not finished. Life! All right, catch you later. Be safe, everyone. Happy Father's Day if you're watching this, even though it's not going to be Father's Day when you watch this. It'll be nearly Christmas, I suspect.